Hello, welcome to this tutorial video. This tutorial video will introduce you to the new version of ECMS, and I'll be talking about the doctor's desk. ECMS version 2 has new features on the home page, on the front desk, and the doctor's desk, and other parts of the software. So in this updated version, I'll take you through the doctor's desk. So in this particular video, I will take you to the doctor's desk. So let's get straight to the doctor's desk. Doctor's desk. The doctor's desk has new features, and we will look at each of the features and how to use it. So this is the doctor's desk. A few things have been updated. We still have your patient registration number search here. You still have your advanced search here. You still have your patient queue here, and there's a new button here, send SMS. The send checkup button is removed. You don't have the send checkup button again. What you have here is the SMS button. So this is where you search using patient registration number. This is where you search using advanced search, combination of first name, second name, and last name. Then you have the patient queue here. You can see. Okay, this still shows me patients on queue, so I can select from this. Then you have your SMS button here. So as a doctor, if I want to send an SMS to a patient, I can just click on this button, and then type my SMS message here. This is the patient's phone number. That is after searching for the patient. If I want to change the number, I can also change another patient, put the message here, and then send. Okay, so this is for sending messages to patients. If you want to send to multiple patients, it says enter the recipient's phone number in the form below. To send to multiple recipients, enter the phone numbers separated with semicolon. So all I just need to do is put a semicolon there, then put another number, semicolon, another number. Okay, so with this we'll send to 1, 2, 3, 3 different numbers. Okay, down here we still have the tabs: the basic info tab, the visit tab, appointment tab. Then you have a new tab here, the surgery schedule tab. So I can come here and look at the surgery schedule. Okay, so if your clinic you perform surgeries, doctors can add a surgery schedule. You can see once you click that button, you can enter the patient number here, the surgery type, surgery date, theater time in, theater time out, notes. If it is completed, you can come here and edit the surgery schedule. Okay, so let's say patient number 1, surgery type, sample, surgery date on the 30th by 9:25, time in, time out, notes. Then not yet completed. Then for doctor admin, I save. Okay, so this surgery has been scheduled. So once I'm through with this surgery, I can come back and say completed, then save. Okay, there's an error message here. That means the theater time in and theater time out is required. So once I update the time at which the patient entered the theater, it was exactly 9:25, time out 9:30, updates. Okay, so that's updated. So the theater time in, theater time out is compulsory, it's necessary, so to keep track of when you did the surgery and when the patient left after the surgery. Okay, so once I tick this, I update the surgery. Okay, so we have that last tab now. There's a filter here. Click to filter. So I can filter by date, I can filter by month. So I can come in the month and say I want to see all surgery for today. Click on today, then submit. You can see there's none. Or all surgery for November, search. You can see the one I just added now. So we just added this surgery schedule on the doctor's desk. So you have your basic information here, visits, appointment, and surgery schedule here too. Okay, so down here, instead of having buttons, we are now using the panel concept. Okay, the button type, once you click a button, something pops up and you make your entries. Now you don't have buttons anymore, we have panels. So it's designed to look like the paper, so you can view multiple tests at the same time. So I can be looking at vitals, same time I'm looking at case history, you can see, same time I'm looking at vision, the same time I can be looking at the examination too. Okay, so I can collapse all this, I can collapse this, can collapse this, can collapse this. Okay, a lot of doctors have made requests for the medical records being seen in a one-page format. So we decided to come up with this design to enable you view everything on this particular page. So now we have the first one here, reports. So I can come select the report I want, select the dates of visits, pick any of the reports I want, then generate or email the medical report to the patient. Here we have vital. So this is a new panel added. You know, before we had on the old version we had blood pressure in case history. So now the blood pressure in case history has been moved to vitals. So there's vitals on the front desk. So if you have a nursing station, the nurse can make those entries for the patient, and the doctor still has access to view the record here. You can see entered by. So all vitals that were included in the case history has been moved into this section now called vitals. So you have height, weight, BMI, pulse rate, random blood sugar, fasting blood sugar, temperature. They are all here now. You can make the entries and save. Now these units come from the master settings. Okay, these units come from the master settings for your clinic. So ensure that master settings for your clinic units are being set in the master settings, under settings, master settings. So once you do that, this unit will come up, will show up here. So that's for vitals. And for case history, we have this few information. Then for history, there's something new added now in history. You can see the design has changed. You have family history, personal history, and we now have habits. Okay, smoking, drinking. Yeah, you can select habits. Okay, we'll say add more habits to the list. For now, you have smoking and drinking. If you have any other information you want to enter, you can do that here. So back to complaint. So this is my complaint. I close that up. Vision. Okay, now we call it vision, and then we segment into visual acuity, present glasses, and others. Okay, so what's new here? You can see everything has a drop down. So you can pick your VA values here. You can also type if you want to. You're free to type. You're free to type. If you don't want to type, you can just pick. You can just pick and pick and pick. For present glasses, same thing too. VA. In the older version, we didn't have this feature. Now you can pick your VA values the way you pick your cylinder value. Then you have amplitude of accommodation. This is just added. Color vision added 2. Then stereopsis added 2. You can see, let's see what we have, absent or present. Okay, so the amplitude of accommodation, this and this just added. We didn't have that in the old version. So that's that for VA. Let's look at examination. I've added a few things in examination. Now we have extraocular muscles. We have globe. We have this now. We have okay, that's just the few we just added to it. And what else? Okay, that's just that for examination. So we just have this now. Then we have internal examination. Let's look at what we just added. Okay, this ocular reflex. Yeah, this and what else? Okay, just this and this. Okay, now in the very first video introducing the new version, I talked about master setting. Okay, all these drop downs must come from a master setting. So there's a place where you can add all the possible entries for this. So if I want to make entries, I can just pick from my drop down. You can see I don't need to type. So there's a master settings for this entry. Under master settings examination, you will see where you can add all these possible entries. So by the time you are seeing a patient, you don't type. We are trying to reduce typing, so you don't type, you just pick from your options. Just pick from your options. You can see you can do multiple select too. So if I want to select two, I can select the first one, this, and then select the second one, this. Okay, selecting the first one again, it disappears. So multiple selection two can take place for examination, external and internal exams. So this comes from the master. So ensure you update your master with all possible entries. Okay, so at the point you're seeing your patient, you don't need to type, you just pick from these options. You just pick. So if there's something that there's a particular one you don't have on this list, you can go to your master and add it. So that's that for examination. Let's look at refraction. What's new in refraction? Objective, subjective, cyclo. Now we have enter drug. So for the cyclo, this is where you enter the drugs for the cyclo. Okay, it forms part of the cyclo, the refraction report. So we just added this cycloplegic drugs. So you add, this is drug. This is where you enter the drugs you used. That's that for refraction. Then tonometry, nothing new. Now we have phacometry, yeah. Left eye, right eye, corrected IOP, left eye, right eye. This is just what we just added recently. These two for IOP. And for CVF, nothing new. And prescription, nothing new. Instead, we have segment height left and segment height right for the OS. Yeah, we just split it into two. And contact lenses, nothing new. Drugs, okay, there's something new in drugs. In drugs, yeah, you can decide to type your prescription or you can decide to select. So once you select a combination of this, it gives you a full prescription. So let's look at, for example, this. Let me just randomly select something. Caps. Okay, if I want to, so this will come from my list of drugs. Antioxidants. This will come from my list of drugs. This, if I want to type, I can type in the drug name too. Quantity, I said this. Dosage, I said this. Duration, this. Or you can see my list of duration. Then the I, then add prescription. So you can see the software is able to capture all that, then put it like you would type. So if you don't want to type this, you can just select add, go for the next drug, select add. So you can have it all arranged like this. From caps, the drug, the tablets, the type in, the I to the end. So this is the format. Note, sample format. This is the format. So this helps you to, if you don't want to type, you can just pick. We are trying to reduce typing. Then diagnosis, nothing new in diagnosis. So that's that for prescription. Surgery, okay, so we have a lot in surgery. So if you do surgery, take a look at all this and make entries where it's important. Glaucoma surgery. And we still have drop downs here too to select from instead of typing. Okay, this is for full surgery. Okay. Theta time in, theta time out. Then other investigation. Okay, so we have other investigation now. So that is replacing the other tests. Where we had other tests, now we have other investigation. So for all records, they would show here. For new records, all you just need to do, if there's another test you do that is not part of this, just come to test category, select the section, let's say blood investigation, select the particular test, then enter the result for the left eye, the right eye, the test details you add. Okay, go for the next test. Let's say this, results here, results here, results here, you add. You can see, go for the next test. Let's say this, select, make the entry, make the effort, left, right, and the test details, then you add. So these are the list of tests I've done. That's not part of this other section. So these are for like other tests. So I have 1, 2, 3. Then the final details, yeah, then I save. Okay, so that test is set successfully. So that's what we just added. So we modified the other tests so that you can add other tests that you don't have on the other part of the software. You can see a full list. Ocular, can see a full list. Okay, so results here, then you add. So you have 3 of them here. You can remove if you want to. And remove from the list. So you select from here, select here, you add to this list. You can also remove from the list. So once you are sure of all the other tests you've done, make the final entry here for the full details, summary of everything, then you save. Follow up and images, no new features there. So that's that for doctor's text. Those are the new features we have. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.